Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another siege battle. We are here at Hecto Hectopolopolis? Hectop Hip Hopolopolis? What do you give him all easy ones? All right, this is one of my own. It's a 3v3. Players on the field of battle are myself as Pergamon, Raisin. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Raisin, and then at the end of it, you'll see how it's spelled as Seleucid, and then Boss Bossman Sunny 121 playing as Egypt. Attacking, we have Hundi Footer as Lolly, Gothic Lolly. Just every time that I see this faction and I say their name out loud, I immediately think of anime lolly girl. Oh, Jesus. Makita Kakak. Jesus Christ. Kakato? Makita Kakato? I don't fucking know, man. As Tylus. And then we have Rad Bro. Jesus Christ. Rad Bro 42069 is lucid. Oh, Jesus. I fucking can't. I did not notice when I played it because I just don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's get into the defenders and then we'll fucking. All right, myself, I brought typical Pergamon stuff, a game of spears, single silver chevron up, including my general. I brought some slingers. Let's see, another pick peltis unit and a slinger unit. Bunch of Galatian swords that have been single gold chevrons. 3 hoplites that are all double silver chevroned up. And then I also have a unit of pikemen that are silver chevron. This was a pretty high funds game from what I remember. Egypt has brought with them, let's see, with Galatian Royal Guard, Hellenic Royal Guard, Galatians, bunch of Cretans. Keep forgetting to turn that off. We got some Thurio spears up here, thorax swords. He's got some Egyptian cav over here. Over here, he's got Egyptian infantry, Galatian Royal Guard, Egyptian infantry, Galatian Royal Guard, Galatian Royal Guard, Galatian Royal Guard. Seleucid has Syrians, or no, he has Eastern Slingers, I think, across the board, right? Javelinmen, Syrians, and Syrians. Interesting mix. I haven't seen that before. Thorax swords, thorax Thurio spears, shield bearers, silver shield swordsmen, Thurios, thorax swords, royal peltists, thorax pikes, and in here he's got, let's see, silver shield. I think I already went over this. Royal peltists, shield bearers, thorax. Does he use 2? No, he just 2. And then he's got 2 Hellenic cataphracts over here, and that's it. The defenders. These guys, fucking Oni-chan over here, have the Sheridan Swordsman. He has a shitload of these guys. What's interesting about this faction is that they can hide in anything, and they literally, like, all of their units have guerrilla deployment. So they're archers, they're cav, they're spears. They all guerrilla deploy, so they can do that. So why he didn't move anything closer, I don't know. Maybe he didn't realize. Seleucid has, what's their gen? A game of cav. Silver Shield Swordsman, thorax swords. We got the Syrian heavy archers. Got some Thurio spears, shield bearers, some Azat knights, a game of cav. Silver Shield pikemen, Thurio spears, row of peltists, and that's about it. And then Tireless has Tribal Warriors. Ooh boy, triple silver chevron. What's that bump their melee defense up to? 82. Celtic Tribesmen, Slingers, of course. Slingers. More Tribal Warriors. And then Tribal Warriors, even more. And then back over. Where's this gen, actually? Where is this general? Oh, back over here. Then we got a Noble Horse and Noble Horse. That's it. So let's get into it. This is 60 minutes and 3 seconds long.
There are worse places for battle than defending these walls.
So
Let our foes wear
I like
themselves out
I put my artillery piece here
Let them dash
just
the
because when these guys get in,
They will die
it's just going to be a free-for-all for me to attack all that stuff. So we're all kind of evenly spread out here. Seleucid and Egypt are definitely assisting one another. Egypt's assisting me somewhat here, and I've kind of like set up shop in this corner to get ready for the initial onslaught. Lolly, whatever, they're moving up. Looks like, where are they firing at over here? Oh yeah, looks like they're firing at the Greek Bastion. Oh, which actually he brought two. I didn't even realize that. Oh man, honestly I think Egypt was a newer player, but still, that's unfortunate. I don't think anyone said anything though. I don't remember. Is he firing at the general?
As you command.
So I am just moving some troops around here, set up a little bit of a quote-unquote kill box, moving up my 2 Galatian swords and my picked peltis unit. Slingers are going to come over here to help deal with these tribal warriors when they get there. And I got these guys. Just trying to get them in the best position possible. I'm going to set them up in hoplite wall so I can sit there and hold the line, baby. Same with these guys. They're just here to hold the line. Admittedly, though, they should have been here, but I am dumb.
Warriors!
So it looks like Seleucid's going to move some of his Silver Shield Swordsmen and Shield Bearers over here. And then, yeah, I'm just trying to, over here, I'm just trying to find the best spot for my slingers to get, like, good shots off. I'm rushing a unit over here to get them up on the wall. And then I'm also rushing a unit up here and then trying to get them to this point over here so that when these 2 towers drop, I can smush them from one side and the other, and then my game of spears and my slingers can fire in and do some work. So they've managed to get their ram up to the wall. I'm going to charge out my Galatian swords. The Sheridan, they're pretty tough. They got 60 melee defense. I mean, I got 64. What do they do better than us? Yeah, they have a better charge bonus. Better armor, too. These guys are pretty cool. I feel like their armor is, like, kind of ridiculous looking, though. Like, it's like, like Dracula's red armor from Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know, with Gary Oldman. It kind of has that texture to it. And it's crazy that their armor is, what is it? 60, considering some of these guys aren't wearing armor at all. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just charging out here, trying to disrupt them as much as I possibly can. Now my peltis unit is going to go ahead and fire their jabbies up at these guys. Load them up a little bit. Back over here. Slingers are now going to start firing into the back of these tribal warriors. These guys are going to come up, and then my Galatian sword is going to charge into the back of them. Back over here, they have managed to get on the walls. I'm surprised that, and I have to assume that they didn't have the DLC, that Seleucid didn't bring any siege equipment. Or tortoises. Actually, if I remember correctly, I don't think Seleucid actually brought any siege equipment, and no one said anything, so we just started the match. Now over here, is he gonna burn the gate down? Is that what he's gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna burn the gate down? And then charge through the gate? Tell me that's what he's gonna do. I haven't done anything yet. Well, anyway. Back over here, these guys just kind of hanging out, getting all their guys up on the wall. They're gonna come on down. These Peltas actually managed to, I mean, they like eviscerated this swordsman unit. I'm gonna bring my Galatian swords back inside, but something funky happens, and like, you see this, they're like climbing up the tower. Like, I don't know what happened here. It's like, they didn't want to go back inside the gate for whatever reason. I think because it was neutralized, they're like, we gotta find a different way around. These guys, 145 kills. I didn't realize that they had enough ammo to do that, but I mean, I guess when you're just standing there allowing yourself to get shot at, that's gonna happen. Back over here, moving up this unit of Galatian swords. These tribal warriors are getting beat up pretty good. These guys also are losing decisively thanks to my Game of Spears throwing their jabbies at these guys, and now getting charged in the rear. And over here, it's just slow going. Slow going. If I had been paying attention, actually, I was like hyper focused on what was going on over here. But if I had noticed, I could have manually fired this ballista and gotten some awesome shots right here, and just really gotten some great rips into the Storio Spear and the Tribal Warrior unit. Well, actually, just a Tribal Warrior unit, because the Storio Spear is on my side, my ally. And his Storio Spear is up on the wall. This hurts to watch. Oh, I'm better off with these thorax swords. I mean, that's what he should do, really, is actually coordinated with Egypt, falling back these Storio Spears while charging up these thorax swords, and these thorax swords chase after him. And done a little pincer action like that. Alright, meanwhile, Tribal Warriors getting beat the fuck up. Thorax swords are gonna make their way up soon. Back over here, these guys are making their way in. They're losing decisively though. Gate's not neutralized, so they are getting burned by the hot oil. And again, these guys are just kind of hanging out, not really doing much of anything. Egyptian infantry losing pretty badly, naturally, against this Sheridan swordsman unit. Mercenary Rhodian slingers coming over. Pig Peltas getting into the mix. Unfortunately, I don't think Egypt really knew how to use. What was that? Well, Seleucid knows how to use them now. They should be like over here now. This would really be the best spot to have them. Should have brought them over like right here and then fired into them. Then he really got. Oh no, he's running away. He's gonna get shot to hell. Ooh. Misclick with the Rhodian Slingers, gotten them into the mix. Pick Peltas going back in, trying to do what they can. Hold back these guys. Meanwhile, they're just fucking getting dumped on. I don't think these guys are taking any of that. Actually.
Double time! Break at the double!
These guys are just getting oiled and dropped on them.
Advance at speed!
Gonna pull them back. He's gonna pull his guys back.
Fire at anyone!
Gonna recapture the gate. This goes back and forth for a little bit. And he just leaves this unit up here forever, too. Never moves it down. That doesn't move it anywhere. I don't know exactly what he was hoping for. Oh, wow. It's actually... This is surprising. I mean, there's only 46 guys left. Ah, that's why. Where's it coming from? Syrians. There you go. Good job. Good job. I'm surprised that Tyler didn't bring, like, any Oathsworn units. Like, Tribal Warriors are great. Personally, I feel like they're better for well, I feel like Tylus is just better for defense. Because their Tribal Warriors have such a great melee defense. Alright, check it out. Now I'm firing into these Peltas. Trying not to hit my ally, of course, but unfortunately, collateral damage does happen. What I'm trying to do is just get, because they're in a nice long line, just trying to get a nice rip right through their line. Trying to get a good one. I think I do manage to get one, right? Come on. Show me it. Alright, never mind. Maybe? Huh? You's gonna fire? I guess not. So now, Tyler brought up more Tribal Warriors. He's gonna bring them up onto the walls, and it's gonna start to become a little bit of a problem for me. Moving my hoplites over just to plug up the walls. I'm not really worried about them actually using their towers anymore, even though they are setting up some guys over here. Got my Galatian swords right here. I'm just going to charge into the bottom there, but I don't think I do that. And then, yeah, I'm just going to start pulling Galatian swords back here and there. Because I thought, like, I think maybe it's time to pull back at this point. Or at least, like, get ready to fall back. The attackers just, like, took their time. I have to assume that, like, the attackers were newer to the game. Just because they took so long. Seleucid forgot to bring siege equipment. This guy, it was just taking his time, and like he could have. If here's the thing, this is from the Rise of the Republic DLC. The Rise of the Republic. Whew, excuse me. They're not necessarily overpowered, but they're definitely unique. Like all the factions, and these guys are unique in the fact because all of their units can guerrilla deploy. They can hide in anything. It doesn't matter what. And the Sheridan Swordsmen are a pretty solid unit. 45 attack, 45 weapon damage, 60 defense, 60 armor, 50 morale. It's not terrible, it's not great. But a 35 charge bonus? That's insane. These guys are like shock infantry that you can just leave in there. So what he should be doing is trying to overwhelm me as much as he possibly can. Sending up guys up onto the wall, sending at least 2 or 3 units through the gate. He really should actually send somebody up on the walls, neutralize the gate, and then send some guys through the gate. But he's not doing that. He's playing it super, super safe. And it's just, well, it doesn't work out in the end. We need to move over here. He is getting his guys, pulling them through. But I think at some point I do notice that. So, back over here. Nothing. Just absolute, like, no movement, taking their time. I don't know what they were doing. Back over here, though, is going to be a bit of a battle. Galatian swords got kind of beat up here. Getting shot at by their jabbies. Gonna move up a fresh unit, or a fresher unit of Galatian swords to try and just, do some damage here, there, and everywhere. Meanwhile, I have pulled back my other slinger unit. Where's my other slinger unit? Or did they run out of ammo? And I just charged them in somewhere. Because that's the thing that might have happened too. Now, instead of going down this way, they're gonna come back over here. They're gonna get stuffed. I mean, yeah, these hoplites are gonna lose against these guys. Even though the melee defense is pretty high, and the armor is good too. These Sheridan swordsmen are just very neat. Going to start sending up some of his noble Sardi archers. These guys are pretty badass. Melee defense is 42. Armor's 30. Weapon damage is 34. Melee attack is 27. Again, these guys aren't that bad. They look a little ridiculous. Kind of like he has a phallus on top of his head. Right? God damn it. It's one thing I hate. It's the camera up against the wall in Rome too. Look at that. Look. They have penises on their head. They have dicks. They're dickheads. Look at these dickheads. Running the opposite direction. Where are you going? Oh, you're gonna get attacked? Great. Thanks. Really appreciate that. Again, this guy's he should have been pressing the attack. Oh my god. These archers should have been firing into the backs of my hoplites to break them even quicker. These archers should have been firing into the back. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta get away. So I brought some of my Galatians back into the inner fold here. But these guys just aren't moving. I might actually fast forward this in a second. It's just like they focused on trying to take this here. To do what? To make us fall back completely? Like, that would have worked even less in their favor. Considering the fact that Tylus has slingers, and, Seleucus get the Syrian archers. Egypt, yeah, I think I remember this. I think Egypt was using flaming shot, like, just way too much. Possibly. I could be wrong here. So now he moved his unit of swordsmen over here. I charged up my hoplites to catch these guys. I just want to try and get rid of them as best I could. Charging my Galatian swords after. And we're just going to try and get rid of their archers as quickly as we can.
Double time! Quick march! At the double! Charge!
Yeah, charging back. At this point, I was just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't charge these guys away. The depleted units over here. So I had to move these guys back up. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, these guys are still here. And we're not falling back. So, and then, yeah, fucking Tylus got his tribal warriors over here. They started taking over the walls at this point. But I just this was just so like interesting to me. And then these guys are firing at like wasting ammo at these thorax sword. Like they're wasting so much ammo. 14 kills. I mean, they still have a lot of ammo left, but even still. I mean, they didn't even, like, the gate's neutralized. They could burn down the gate if they wanted to. But, yeah. Mercenary, Rhodian Slingers, these guys out. They are, thank God. So, we're really doing, as much as we can, we're doing it over here. It was mostly Tylus and Seleucid that really gave us the biggest headache. Honestly, it was mostly Tylus that gave us the biggest headache. Just because the Tribal Warriors, you know, they're fucking tanks. Looks like these slingers I took down off the wall. To do what? They're going somewhere. They're going somewhere to do something. Back over here. Again, I'm still just trying to take care of these Tribal Warriors. Pop lights up on the wall, not the best place for them. Galatian Swords and Sheridan Swordsmen going at it. Now they're actually deciding, like, oh yeah, let's fire over the walls into the backs of these Game of Spears. Like, oh, you're finally gonna do something, huh? So I remember at this point I was like, maybe this guy's like super distracted, and I could probably get something off on him. And I think I take the hoplites and I actually charge them out to try and get it. It's either the hoplites or it's a unit of Galatian swords. I forget which. It's one or the other. But at this point now, we're just trying to get past these two units so we can get up on the walls and get into their archers. That's what we're trying to do here. And there it is, Galatian swords filtering out. Like, oh, don't mind us. We're just stepping outside for some fresh air. And oh my God, look at the archers. Let's fucking go get them. But I believe we do get into him, but I think he gets away. I'm almost positive he gets away. It's alright though. This is basically like a sacrificial unit. And finally, they're just gonna start. You know, they're gonna make their way in. Seleucid's still just kind of hanging out. Like, I can't. This is the thing, right? Like, I can't picture someone. Like, what are they doing on the other end of the computer? You know what I mean? Like, on the other end of the Ethernet cable, what is the Seleucid player actually doing? Except sitting with his thumb up his ass, so to speak, and moving troops around wherever. And that's it. Like, he just, like, sat there with his arms crossed, like, for the first half of the game. Let Tylus do the heavy lifting. I don't know. See, Seleucid's cab is out. Egypt's cab, I think, actually got beat up. I don't know where they were or where they are. Brought my slingers back inside, and they're actually firing into his Syrians over here, managing to take out quite a few of them too, actually, up to 26 kills. And then yeah, just over here is just a complete grind. So yes, I managed to significantly deplete his one archer unit. I'm actually breaking the Sheridan Swords unit, which I'm surprised about. Hoplites columning up, and then going to charge into the back of these Tribal Warriors. I just said fuck it, like, I'm not going to defend this gate anymore. I'm not worried about it. Because this guy's just not... I mean, like, even now, like, he should have seen, or if he was paying attention, he should have seen, oh, the gate's not defended. Let me fucking get everybody in there. The first thing that should have gone in, the cab. Pardon me. Cav should have been the first thing that charges in there, smash into the back of the Game of Spears, or into the back of the Galatian Royal Guard, and Galatian swords over here, or just fucking any way. But nope, he doesn't do that. Now he's actually taking his Cav and he's moving them around. He's gonna come all the way over there to do what? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what he does with this gen. Breaking these tribal warriors, and then I'm just, I'm gonna put my hoplites back there. Oh, these guys managed to come back. They're still losing. Are they gonna break? Will they break? These guys broke. And guess what? Guess where my hoplites are going? Right fucking back where they were. This guy's decided to box up and not do anything else. He's calling it quits. General has disappeared into the mist. Hylas is moving their way in, and now my arty is going to start to have as much of a field as it possibly can. But here's the thing: the palm trees were kind of making it difficult for me to actually get an accurate read on what I was firing at. So that was a little bit difficult. Guys, there is 33 minutes and 42 seconds left in this match. If you are enjoying what you are seeing, please don't forget to drop a like, a share, a comment. Hit that bell, do all the usual YouTube stuff. Every little bit helps, and of course, I appreciate it. Hoplites still going at it. They're pretty tired, but hey, you know what? They're not losing, so I ain't worried about it. Finally managing to break this tribal warrior unit over here. These guys are not out of ammo, but they're not firing at anything. And now here I'm just trying to find little gaps here and there just to get up on the wall so I can get at the noble Sardi archers. Syrians firing into nothing. They stopped firing. Oh, now they're going after these guys, which is a good thing to go for. And then, yeah, I'm going to leave these Game of Spears and my hoplites there, and then that's it. Let the arrow tower do all the damage. This extremely depleted unit, Galatian swords, are going to come over here to assist. And then we're still up in here. 136 kills for my ballista, so I did manage to do some work, but, I definitely probably could have done better. I think, if I remember correctly, I did strongly consider attacking the wall with my artillery, just to knock it down to get rid of all of their ranged units, but yeah. So this was overall. This match was I thoroughly enjoyed this match. I thought it was pretty good. I used some units. I used a faction that I never really used. I used some units that I never really used, being the hoplites. And then, overall, I felt that we did pretty good. I mean, excuse me, it definitely helped that, Lolly over here just didn't know what they were doing exactly. So here we go, charging up my Galatian swords here. Gonna try and catch these guys as best as I can. Very exhausted, very tired. And then I'm gonna try and move as quickly as I can over here to get into the tribal slingers. Galatian swords dealing duking it out with some tribal warriors. They will lose that eventually, though. Let's see. Back over here, charged out my hoplites one more time. Get into his archers. They're starting to lose. He's gonna charge his horses and then stop. Charge his swordsman, then stop. I don't know what this guy was doing. And then I'm just gonna charge him right back in, right back in. I think they get caught though. It's okay though. They did their due diligence. When they catch the Sheridan swordsman. This now would be like the perfect time for my Seleucid ally to go and charge in with his cataphracts against these guys. No cap support, no spears. Now these 35 Galatian swords are going to charge into the rear of these tribal warriors to attempt to do something. See, this Galatian sword unit is up against these Celtic slingers. They're doing what they can. These guys, however, unfortunately are getting focused down. Seleucid's going to notice them at some point and send over a shield bearer unit, and actually Tyrus notices because Seleucid has his thumb up his ass. And Tyrus is going to send over tribal warriors. Meanwhile, it's kind of a standstill. I might actually fast forward it a little bit. So they've actually managed to take the gates over here. I wanted to save this unit, so I'm getting him out of here as quickly as I possibly can. Got my game of spears. We're over here, ready for whatever. I'm going to bring them back. And yeah, all I got left so far is 2 slingers, my gen, a game of spear, my pikes. And these 4 units of a game of spears, along with my 1 unit of hoplites, and then 3 Galatian swords. I wonder if a Pergamon campaign wouldn't be fun to do, potentially. So now bring in. Let's see, what am I doing here with these guys? Oh, yeah, I'm just running them all over the place because I don't want to get into combat with these guys. And if I can actually make them waste their ammo on me, then so be it. These Galatian Royal Guards should really come around though and jump down and then catch these guys in the rear. That would be a boon. Back over here, we got some Silver Shield pikemen running forward. If he can get in there before they drop their pikes, but he can't. My slingers are definitely within range, but I don't think that I noticed at this point. So now we got some Silver Shield pikemen going up against some thorax pikes. These guys will eventually win sooner or later, but these guys will also put up without a fight. Yeah, they're not firing yet. So Seleucid's lone thorax swords over here trying to do what he can. They've managed to get in here, but it ain't gonna be. Man, like, I don't know what he was doing with his cataphract over here. He had a perfect opportunity to charge into them. Especially when they were in square formation. So these guys still had jabs. I was trying to get them to shoot them at them, but instead they're throwing them down here, which, I mean, I guess is alright. Firing yet? Nope, they're not. But these Silver Shield pikemen are really getting the crap beaten out of them. I mean, it's definitely because of the arrow tower. And these guys too, yep, mercenary Cretans, they are shooting. What are they shooting? Please don't be fire arrows.
Gods in heaven! What a racket!
That's kind of what it looks like he's shooting. But what are you gonna do? I'm gonna bring around another unit of Galatian swords, charge into the back of the tribal warriors here. We're actually beating the Galatian Royal Guard. Once again, they're getting focused down. But that's okay. Use your ammo on me. I don't care. In hindsight, I probably should have came down and then gone up, and then I would have been able to get into the tilted slingers. Now I'm leaving my hoplites here and hoplite wall to hold up these guys as best as I can. Lolly managed to make his way in, but I mean, like, you know, if he wants to come over here and assault this, yeah, go ahead, be my guest. You're gonna have a terrible time. Because I only brought sharpstone beds with me, but these guys went fucking nuts. Because I put these sharpstone beds here, but then somebody put the spikes there, spike strip, and then over here as well. So, Tribal Warriors are losing. Combat even for me, winning slightly, but that'll probably change pretty quickly.
Stop!
So they just like keep sending troops in like waves. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be a boon for us. If that's how they want to do it, that's how they want to work it, then, you know, be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Egypt's moving over some of his Glacial Road Guard to like deal with these guys. In reality, you should probably just leave them. Bring them back over here, leave these guys, let them fucking do whatever they want, who cares? They're not gonna be much of not much of a threat. So let's see, we got some shield bearers getting focused down by these eastern slingers.
Advance at speed.
My slingers still have plenty of ammo left. And we're going to fast forward a little bit here, actually. Just because, I mean, like, I don't know what Solution was doing in hindsight. Like, watching this now, it's just like, they're not putting enough pressure. They're letting us, like, just kind of take it easy and have our way, more or less. I mean, I lost most of my troops, but as you guys know, I end up playing aggressive and never cycle troops back in and out, so I give troops a rest or anything like that. This still is ammo. Maybe it doesn't actually. It's just saying that it does. Spikes are getting shot up, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? It's not paying attention. You should always pay attention, especially if you have pikes. Like, pikes are something that you always want to pay attention to, whether they're yours or the enemy's. Especially if you know that your pikes are kind of out in the front line. I mean, if he's just doing this so that they waste ammo on him, so be it. But you know, they only have 8 kills, so they still have plenty of ammo left. Tribal Warriors charging up. Gonna try and give these pikes some hell, but I mean, you're charging up on pikes. You're not gonna have the best time in the world. He's gonna move his pikes up. Probably a good idea. Thorax pikes were doing the wave with their shields. And now I'm gonna actually start the firing on Tribal Warriors with my slingers as well. So Lolly is in here somewhere. They just keep disappearing because that's what they do. And again, like, just charge in your cataphracts, man. These dudes are so depleted. Charge in your cataphracts. Do some fucking damage, for Christ's sake. They don't have a lot left. Egypt once again charging out his Glacial Guard. Just leave him. Leave him behind there. Let him come to us. You know? Attackers are starting to have a pretty bad time. Alright, we're going to fast forward again. This is getting kind of slow. So we can see these Tribal Warriors losing decisively. I tried to... Whoa. Calmed up my hoplites here, try and be sneaky. I thought maybe the palm trees would sort of, you know, keep me protected. But then he noticed that the Tribal Warriors in charge came on me. unfortunately. So then I try and get these guys in phalanx just so they have a better chance. But, yeah, they do end up losing, unfortunately. Looks like he finally charged in. Only got 6 kills between the both of them. Losing decisively, you really just got to keep, you know. He had his chance. He had his chance out here to really get a good charge, and he ruined it. What he should be doing now is splitting up his cataphracts, one this way and one this way, and then continuing, forcing his cap to go one way or the other, and then either going this way or this way, and then getting into the archers and getting rid of them as quickly as you possibly can. Yep, there we go. Rest in peace, boyos. Rest in peace. So I still have plenty of a game of spears left. I set up 2 of them on the walls over here in anticipation for these guys to get closer. I'm gonna move these guys forward and out actually, just because of these silver ship pikes. These guys still have ammo though. I just don't have anyone to hit. And like he has his shield bearers over here, like I don't know why. I think I start throwing at them actually. Yeah, so his one is hidden, the other one isn't. I mean, if you can keep this one hidden, even like come out and come all the way around. You know? They didn't. Who's capturing this? This is still technically ours. Oh no, they're capturing it. So never mind, you won't be able to get in there. I mean, you can charge in through here, but then the oil's gonna get you. I forgot, because these guys can hide, so you have no idea where the fuck they are. So I'm charging up these 2 game spears. These guys do eventually end up taking quite a beating. I'm going to fast forward again just a little bit. Alright, let's pause right here. Slow it down. So they managed to charge into the back. I get them in square formation. His pikes are out of position, not in pike formation. Moving these guys away. And then I'm gonna charge these guys up and over here. Fire it's either to fire down into them or to get into the Syrians over here. One or the other. Either way, these guys are now in square formation. I wish I had. Oh no, these are helpless. My bad. There we go. These guys are now firing in. So let's see. What do they get? They get precision shot, flaming shot, resistance to fatigue, guerrilla deployment, snipe, and stalk. These guys get, come on, guerrilla deployment and stalk, and they get, what is that, killing spree? And then the cab too, but I don't know what the cab is. Hidden somewhere. Look at this. Managed to get into the slingers. Managed to actually end up getting these guys behind the pikemen. They turned around. Egypt's again firing flame shot. I don't know why. I'm gonna fast forward again a little bit. Moving my slingers. Where am I? 110 kills. These guys can't be out, can they? Oh, they are. Must have been firing at these guys then. So I'm going to charge them forward just to, you know, sacrificial lamb, basically. The game of spears over here. putting in some good work. These guys losing. We got 97 kills. They're racking them up, especially against the slingers and Syrian heavy archers. These guys are just holding, neutralizing the gate. Now nobody else can get in, which doesn't really make sense, does it? I mean, like, the gates are open, but they can't come in. It's so stupid. These guys now, I'm just trying to move them around, trying to get rid of trying to stay away from the thorax swords, because I know I would lose that, but also just trying to get rid of the slingers or any other type of range unit that's hanging out. These guys got fucking obliterated. So he's charging up some of his noble horse. That's not a good idea. Gone. Fast forward again a little bit. We'll pull these two Agama spears off the walls and bring them over here, actually. Meanwhile, these guys are just getting shot up by these Cretans, but they're not really dying because he's using fire arrow. So now my Agama spears over here are just doing what they can, just to be a nuisance. Move my Jenna, probably maybe to buff. His Syrians are using fire arrow. I don't get why people use fire arrow. It just doesn't make sense. Tyler's general actually charged into thorax pikes, which may seem like. Did you see that? And the horse moved forward. It was like, oh, ow, oh my god, ah, oh, that's, oh, Jesus. It's so stupid looking. It's like they get poked and they jump back. It's like they're getting a small electric shock and it startles them. Why are there belts on this horse's neck? I can understand like war paint, but belt, like, what? Well, that's not going to go his way. I think we all know that. I don't know why he did that. Cheat. Yeah. I have to scroll away. Scroll away, Lictor. Scroll away. These Agama spears over here are just really doing a good job of holding the line. Surprised. 125 kills. Very good, very good, very good. And it looks like Tyler's general is dead. Again, fire. Fire arrow is never worth it. Ugh. Unless there's an artillery piece that you're trying to shoot at. I'm gonna send forth my slingers to assist. Not like they can actually help all that much, but I did get some good use out of them. Oh, and this, I actually found out, if you select on them and then you click to attack, they'll dismount and go and attack. I didn't know that until I saw it in like another game that I played, and I was like, how did he manage to do that? And I remember when I played this, I was thinking like, well, maybe if I just actually fucking click on it and then click on them, they'll do what they'll dismount and go and attack. And sure enough, they did. So now I'm just using the Agama spears, trying to whittle down these 3 units that the Galatians will guard it on after. And they don't really have a lot left. They got 2 units of cav. These shield bearers have been sitting out here for days on days, and then like depleted units, silver shield pikes, royal peltists, who I don't know what they're doing. These silver shield swordsmen who are just hanging out, and then all of these guys over here who aren't doing much of anything. So we're gonna fast forward again, just to try and speed this up. There's only 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. Game of Spears have run out of ammo. Now they're going to go forward and do the Lord's work. Yeah, and just this guy Lolly, just he could have helped more. He really could have. I'm not trying. I should probably say this too. I know in a lot of my videos I get very heated about what they're doing in the game and replays and stuff, and I come off as very angry and abrasive, and like I'm just like, dude, what the fuck you doing, dummy? I don't genuinely, I genuinely don't mean it. I want them to play better. And if if the 3 of these guys, or the 2, Lolly and Seleucid, attacking Seleucid, were new, that's all well and good. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta learn at some point, right? You gotta scrape your knees before you can actually, well, you gotta shit your diaper before you can learn how to use the toilet. And so that's basically what Lolly did. He shit his diaper so much that he had a blowout and he needed a fucking new one.
Attack the charge!
But like I don't know if these guys were communicating with each other all that well or not. But they could have tried to help him a little bit more. And the only thing that makes me think that Seleucid is also new was because he didn't bring any siege equipment. He brought 2 units of cav when 1 or just your general would have been fine. And he really didn't, move his troops in with his allies. So once again, my Game of Spears are going at it. I tried to warn him of his archers getting attacked, but he didn't really. Egypt wasn't paying attention. Game of Spears are going to use up the rest of their jabs, and then I'm going to charge them into the rear. Still 1 unit with 0 kills, so plenty of projectiles. And then end up actually changing targets and going after the shield bearer because it's just a much more lucrative unit to go after. These guys are pulling away. And now we're starting to see a little bit of breaking here by both parties. And yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He got some good kills. I gotta give him that. Not all of his units did well, but some of them did really good.
Orders understood. Quick march!
Alright, minute 35. Oh, you know what it was? I think this went to the timer actually. Fast forward a little bit more. I'm almost positive this went to the timer. I think I do end up bringing out my pikes. Yep, pikes are out. They're gonna actually just get down into the nitty gritty of it. Yeah, because I definitely remember not actually defeating the Lolly, however you say it. So I mean, unfortunately for these guys, they waited too long and then time was just on our side. I don't even think that if they tried to push at this point and had been aggressive and just like attacked, I don't think that they would have had they would have been able to break through, since Egypt had 2 units of pikes left still, and I had my 1 pike unit and my general that I could have put wherever. All right, so let's start with right. Is this Raisin? Oh, maybe it's Raisin actually. With 1,600 kills, 16 for his gen, 12 and 26 for his cataphract. Unfortunate. 75 and 203. Nice for the Eastern Slingers. 75 for the Javelin, 153 and 49 for the Syrians. 78 for his Royal Peltis. 0 for his Shield Bearer. 109 for the other one. 29 and 103 for Silver Shield Swordsman. 114 and 192 for Thorax Pikes. 76, 75, 54 for the Thorax Swordsman, and then 121, 86, and 47 for Thorio Spears. Myself getting 2,275 or 57 kills, 36 for my general, 168 for the picked Peltis, which I was really surprised about. And that was without, it was up that high even without having them get in melee. 124, 132, 95 for the Slingers. 99, 115, 36, 214, and 127 for the Game Spears. 130, 212, 116, 149, 102, and 76 for the Galatian Royal Guard. 167, 89, and 66 for the Hoplites, and 0 for the Pikes. Boss Man Sunny, 120, right? Boss Man Sunny, whatever. 1,581, 0 for his Gen. 20 and 19 for his Cav. 12, 23, and 26 for his Archers. Again, they were using fire shots, so he wasn't really getting as many kills as it could have been. 136 for Slingers, 45 and 7 for his Egyptian infantry, 224, 86, 168, 83, 148, 263, and 108 for the Galatian Royal Guard, 61 for Atlantic Royal Guard, 106 for his Thorax Swords, and 34 and 12 for the Thorio Spears. Hundfooter, with 1,816 kills, 0 for his Gen, 51 for the Sheridan Horsemen, 183, 79, 169, and 92 for the Noble Sardi Archers, and then 131, 116, 0, 48, 150, 82, 46, 146, 184, 143, 59, 55, 49, and 33 for Sheridan Swordsman. Again, he could have done so much more with some of these units if he had pushed in more. Makita Kakato, and that's what I'm going with. 2,670 kills, lion's share of everyone. 1 for his Gen, 106 for his other noble horse, 120, 166, 71, and 103 for his Slingers, 35 and 30 for his swords or Celtic tribesmen. And then his tribal warriors, 126, 111, 102, 205, 197, 301, 125, 362, 239, 183, 44, and 43. Again, I feel like these guys are definitely better for defending, but clearly, I mean, he did a really good job of attacking as well. And then Rad Bro for 2069 getting 1,637 kills. 6 for his Gen, 1 for his Game of Cav, 0 for the Azet Knights. 16, 92, 81, 51 for his Syrian, 0 for 1 Peltis, 152 for the other. 107, 183, 92 for his Shield Bearers, 268, 55 for his Silver Shield Pikemen, 151, 151 and 1 for his Silver Shield Swords, and then 133 and 99 for his Thorax Swords, then 113 and 36 for his Thorio Spears. So, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I did. It was a fun one to play, especially since I don't really play as Pergamon too much. And I don't know, I think that I played them as like maybe like 2 or 3 times, and they are starting to grow on me. They're definitely a good defensive faction that can put out a lot of firepower, ranged firepower, that is, when they need to. But I digress. Guys, have a good day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you have a good one. And this is Lichter saying peace out and see you in the next one.